Well, I wanted to send you this because I thought it'd be very helpful for you. So this is really simply just a protein guide. What is protein? Why is it so important? And what are some easy ways that we can add it into our lifestyle so that we can actually achieve our health and fitness goals? So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, education-wise, proteins are made up of 20 combinations of amino acids. All of them play a role, okay? There are some that are very, very important, more important than others. So proteins are great for a lot of different reasons, right? They aid in muscle recovery. They can actually aid in muscle growth or hypertrophy as well. They also help to transport minerals throughout the body, throughout the bloodstream to get to your organs, etc. So proteins do a lot more than what most people think. The proteins are very, very, very important macronutrient, and I would argue should be one of the higher macronutrients in your diet. Proteins can also help with immunity, keeping you healthy. Benefits are endless. So protein is actually hugely important when you're looking to lose weight because it helps you keep fuller longer, right? It helps your brain signal, your satiety signals, how full do you feel. It helps you feel a lot more full with a shorter amount or a smaller amount of actual food that you eat, right? You think about it. You eat a whole chicken breast, that's a lot of protein, versus you eat a bagel. What's going to keep you fuller longer? What's going to take you longer to eat too? Think about that as well. So that's why protein is so huge when you're in a calorie deficit, which again is what you need to be in order to lose weight, because it keeps you fuller longer. And a ton of other reasons, of course, as we just mentioned. And also, when in a calorie deficit, it is important that we have high protein because we want to retain or keep as much muscle tissue as we possibly can. Now, as far as how much you should eat, typically, right, my biggest recommendation and what I typically start most of my clients off with is at least 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of goal weight or body weight. Here's why. Goal weight can seem a lot easier to achieve than your current weight. Because if you're well overweight and you have 50 pounds of weight to lose, I don't want you to eat 50 grams extra than you necessarily need. I still want you to be in a deficit, and I still want protein to be the highest amount of, well, I should say the highest percentage of your macronutrient count, which is fat, protein, and carbohydrates. But it doesn't necessarily need to be quite that high. So I like to say, okay, what is your goal weight? Whatever that goal weight might be, that's where you start. So let's think about types of protein or where you're going to, how you're going to fit some of this stuff in. So I have some examples for you. So we think about lean ground beef. So my example is 93% lean, 7% fat. In 4 ounces of lean ground beef, there are 24 grams of protein and 8 grams of fat. The benefit to red meat over white meat, like say chicken breast or ground turkey or even fish, is it has more minerals, more micronutrients in it, like iron, vitamins. All of these things are present inside of red meats or fattier meats than white meats. Let's break down what skinless, boneless chicken breast is as well. 4 ounces of skinless, boneless chicken breast, it is 25 grams of protein and 1.5 grams of fat. So you can see there, it is a leaner option, but it does lack a lot of micronutrients, vitamins, minerals that some Americans are deficient in. Greek yogurt is another huge one. So the example that I use, probably heard of it before, is Oikos Vanilla Greek Yogurt. 1 cup of Oikos Greek yogurt is 15 grams of protein and 10 grams of carbs. So it's higher in carbs, but it's still highest in protein. Okay, the last 2 I have for you are both supplements. So the one is a whey protein. So here's the breakdown of the Rule 1 scoop of Rule 1 whey protein. So it's 25 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. So the other 2 are low, and protein again is the highest. I hope this protein guide has been very helpful, at least in reshaping and how you think of proteins and how you can add them into your diet.